very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move, one push. One touch. One love. One click. One XBet.
Alright, ladies and gents, welcome back. It's been a bit of a delay here right now. We've waited for HAVU to finish up their last game, but it is what we started off as well as a 1v2 suddenly. And was next joined by Overseer on it.
Hello,
How you
hello.
doing, buddy? Is also in a 1v2. We're not going to let you talk just yet. We're going to figure out how the pistol round goes first on Anubis. HAVU forfeited map number 1 at last. Illuminar 1-0 up. This is their mapping as well. The Polish squad looks for a 2-0 here by only one map.
Yeah, I mean,
as well, the pistol.
it's you kind of already hit the nail on the head there. Map 1 forfeited, unfortunately for HAVU. A little bit of a sad
Little
start,
bit of a
really.
triple overtime in their previous game.
Yeah, they really went all the way, only to lose it at the end, which is a bit of a shame, really. But still, can't really do much about it. HAVU, of course, here on our second, as you said, Anubis, the choice of Illuminar. So it is home turf. It is the home advantage for Illuminar Gaming. Me and Nexus here will be bringing you the action for the night as well later on, coming up with Apex versus Coalesce. So that's going to be, I think, a banger as well. But HAVU, they're already coming off of a loss, very hot loss, we can say.
At least they're warmed up.
That's true. That's the one kind of positive thing we can say about it. Beyond that, I'd say they look pretty shaky in the overall game, especially with Nuke being the last map here. Even if they do manage to pull it to Nuke, yeah, I feel like it's definitely gonna hurt. You know, that bittersweet
Yeah, their CT
feeling.
side of the previous game, the 5-10 right, not the greatest.
Yeah, they did manage to pull a little bit of a comeback, right? I mean, they
Yep.
got up to a few more rounds than we
Yeah,
expected.
I think 16-8 was it? Yeah.
Ooh, I believe it
I
was
don't think it was
by
that
one
great.
better. Yeah, I think it was like 16-9, or was it actually 16-8? Yeah, it was 16-8. You're right.
Yeah.
There you go.
So a couple of rounds from the pistol, but
Yeah, not much more.
yeah, that's the previous game anyways. But it still has to be mentioned as it was just 20 minutes ago.
Yep, absolutely.
So it's not like it was a game yesterday. They had time to time to really
To
reflect on
digest it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's important that we mention it and we put it into perspective, because there's one thing that we cannot deny. CSGO is as well as it is a technical and a skill game, there's a lot of personality in it for each player, and more than anything, emotion. So this loss that they just suffered, I don't know how much it impacts them. I can't imagine it's a nice feeling, though, having to jump to the next map almost immediately. And already going on into a forfeit as well as of a loss. You know, it is going to be tough, I feel like. HAVU, they've got a very big mountain ahead of them in a way. And Illuminar Gaming are no jokes themselves. They know what they're doing. They've got a few high-powered players like Morels. And I'm kind of excited to see what they can do here. The Polish team, of course, facing off against the Finns. And right now, it's going to be round 3, gun round. Op out for Otto ND. I always wished he would be Otto MD.
Bit of a doctorate.
Yeah. The doctor of the op.
He's here to administer some pain.
I mean, might as well say administer some medicine.
No pain.
Ooh.
But I don't think that much pain is going to get you out of this. But of course, I mean, hey, brings back the first one now. That has been removed and given a chance now as well. The fact is, the CT side, they are somewhat trapped towards Cave Connector, whichever you want to call it.
Con, basically, yeah.
Yeah. hold on. This is nice.
If
A bit of a double swing, perhaps, if they are thinking about it.
they're keeping their backs open, double swing is coming through. MP9 close range. Otto still hits though. Nexus, this is going to be potentially the first round for HAVU if they keep up the aggression. They do. There goes Beanox. And that's going to be it. Morel's got to save. There's no other option.
Ooh. You say there's no other option, but he's going to try it anyways.
Not sure if that was the right call.
Not sure if it was, but hey, it was doable. If you look at the HP of two of them, it wasn't out of this world impossible, but well, the angle of approach was being held by the AWP. Alas, he falls. There goes the first round to HAVU. And for me, I'm a little bit curious about how a map like Anubis will go for HAVU. They played it a couple times, right? It's 2 out of 3 games they've won. Not so bad. The only time they've lost this was the game against Aurora, 16-13. And, you know, I know you talked a little bit about Aurora, saying probably one of the best Russian team at the moment.
Yeah, I feel like they're definitely, you know, not counting the top tiers, aka Navi and the like. They're the best CIS team, in my opinion. From what I've seen for their skill ceiling, definitely up there, right? So I'm excited for the future for them, especially, and what they can kind of give us, you know, a taste of that quality gameplay that we used to get from the old teams, we should say. EPG comes to mind, or Quantum Bellator Fire and the like. Nice shots by Morels, the 5-7, at least worth the $300 bonus. Let's see if Zan can get another. That'd be nice. They could thin the numbers of HAVU and therefore impact a little bit of their overall economy. But it looks like, for the time being, it's going to be a relatively passive takeaway of the round here. No more deaths, per se. Morels and Zan might look to regroup. Maybe get a rifle if they can pick it up. There we go. Morels finally gets the AK in his hands. And I really hope that they don't throw away the rifle. I mean, yes, they have a buy next, but it always comes in handy. I think many a time, at least you and I, Nexus, right? We see so many teams underestimate the weapons that they save or bring over, just generally speaking.
Yeah, also, Zarte's on the server. Just now noticed, by the way.
That's
also
actually
not available for this game, so...
I was about to say, yeah, that's the coach now playing.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
Ooh.
I didn't even notice this until now, but... Interesting. Been a while since his last stint on the server.
Quick switcheroo. Last time I saw Zarte play, I think it was like, what, a year ago? 2 years ago?
It's been a while.
I mean, did he play in the RMR for HAVU as well? I'm trying to remember. Did he replace Dodo back then as well? But I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think it's been the case. In any case, they have the coach, which is also not the greatest thing here for HAVU as well. But I think he'll manage. You know, he knows how they play. He knows what the boys like to do. So as long as you stick to the plan, you definitely get a good chance of at least still bringing down Illuminar. Or at least try to. We've got the op-out for Masked, by the way. And Morels exposes himself to auto entry here for the T side. They've got mid control. This could spin into both A or B, depending. But it looks like it's going to be obviously the one and only. And Masked, never mind. Nexus, this could get very furious very quickly if they forget to check Twal. Back towards B. Man, I'm not convinced on this indecision. I really am not. Dan sees him. Oh boy. Oh, this is going to be dangerous. I can already feel it. Oh no. Yeah, he's going to get one. Sees the second. Nexus, this is not looking good for HAVU. They got the bomb down. Otto goes wide though. Gets caught. 1v3. What's the plan here? Oof. Beanox, too quick, too easy. There we have it. It seems like my co-caster has been disconnected from TeamSpeak, so hopefully we'll get him back ASAP. But yeah, Illuminar, man, damn, that's a very good hold of the round overall. At one point, obviously tied 4-4 player-wise. Soon after, that frag by Zan, the first one, really kind of counted the coconuts for HAVU, and then obviously when Otto died, things just went haywire. And 3-2 with another buy on our hands. We've got a few AKs, we've got the AWP, so we've got the firepower. Let's see if they can make do with this. A few nades flying their way on middle. Like the aggression here towards bridge. There's definitely a way into this round for Illuminar as well. We can see they have the 3-1-1 sit. The classics kind of setup that you get to see these days on Anubis. A lot of risk for that A site, but then again, if you play your cards right, you've got time on rotation. And also, there's a bit of an aggressive move coming into connector by Beanox, though. Meanwhile, Morels gets absolutely handled. A beautiful wall bang. Smoke on middle. Let's see for certain. Oh, if they drop down, Beanox will get them. Never mind, Zarte! We had doubts about the coach for a second. But it seems like we're back again. Otto drops Zan, 2v5. HAVU currently most likely going to save. I don't think they should really risk losing these two weapons. We talked about this earlier. That AUG, way too expensive to just throw it back into the mix and lose it all. If I'm counting correctly, this should be enough money for 2 rifles by Beanox and Masked. Toa might be inclined to drop a FAMAS since he is alive, so Beanox doesn't have to have basically Kevlar and a rifle. Meanwhile, for Morels and Zan, as mentioned, should be 2 rifles available. Well, let's see for certain. Yeah, we should be seeing a drop here. Toa might truly be inclined to drop a FAMAS, though. If he goes for SMG, I'm not going to be overly surprised as well. And SMG gives him enough money to then buy a few grenades to support himself and his team likewise. There goes the M4s. And let's see if it's a FAMAS or is it a MP9. Yeah, MP9. Makes sense. There goes the utility. I mean, this is pretty much, you know, textbook CS right now. Illuminar trying to retain as much control as they can, sacrificing a little bit of firepower for overall survivability, we can say. Meanwhile, round 7 right now going on. A bit of aggression over through the whole map by HAVU. And I believe...
a couple times as well.
Yeah, there we go. Nexus, welcome back, buddy.
TeamSpeak died for a second. Lovely.
Ah, classic TeamSpeak, eh? I mean, now we see why they have so many tech pauses with TeamSpeak issues.
You know what? That's true.
We always had our doubts. Now we got it. Now we feel it on our own skin.
Nope. Good presence towards mid, but X7 will be removed. Now comes the play towards A instead. This one has to be quite a good one. Need to take down both the plays on the side of Morels.
Oh, good counter flash.
They don't even know about the second one. They still get rid of him. Zarte, beautiful little double. Even numbers for now. Both players, though, down to half HP. Bomb needs to be planted as well. There's a couple of issues now for the T side here.
They spotted Zan, I believe, up there in towards Temple. They see him definitely. Yep, there we go. Otto finds his mark. Now, Beanox was the one to be spotted. Still, Zan comes in behind, finds his first in the round of 1v1. This is going to be a difficult one since the AWP of Otto does not usually miss, at least not in situations like this. There is a flash available and a defuse, so he's got some time to play with, but not too long. He can't delay this any longer. The defuse has to start in about 5 seconds time, even less. Presses it again, forces a peek, gets the peek, but fails the shot. Otto with a quick reaction, and there you have it. HAVU on the 4th, and man, Zarta with the double entry. Beautiful stuff right now we're seeing from the coach. He's leading his victory all by himself almost.
I mean, you said Auto as well doesn't miss in these situations, and this time did not. Balls of Steel as well didn't peak until the, what, 3rd tap or 2nd or 3rd? He trusted, took the gamble, and it pays off. HAVU take the lead 4-3 now on the T side of Anubis. And well, this one, give it about 10 seconds, it's got to start looking a whole lot like 5 if it isn't already. So, ooh, that nade has got to be real nice. A lot of damage. Ooh, that's a little bit more damage. USPs, they begin their way, and X7 takes 2 spots to rest. That's got to be the play towards A now. Should secure the round, should make it complete as well. The question is if they're going to try and get the AWP now, or wait for the bomb plant. Seemingly waiting it is.
You know what? I think they should just try and get weapons out of the round again. Like, just avoid losing your players, get as many weapons as you can, keep as much bank as you can, and you can still contest for this first half, right?
Yep. Where else, though? Walking away with the AWP. Walked around, cleared it, made sure no one is around there, no one had taken the AWP, just pings it. And just like this. 5-3, though. The weapons are a good haul here for the CT side, considering it was nothing but USPs. This is absolutely a round they're going to be happy with. Couple of kills. Maybe a third if Toa gets real lucky here. He doesn't. So, 5-3, HAVU, they take the lead. And on Anubis, though, it is a little bit of a T-sided map. So if the bomb sites get taken, they are going to be a little bit tough to try and take back. And funnily enough, I saw a thing from Leadify on Twitter. They had numbers on which sites are the hardest to retake on the game.
Okay.
Now, as expected, Inferno A site, the hardest A site to retake.
Yeah.
Afterwards,
absolutely.
Anubis A site.
Oh.
The hardest B site to take was Anubis B site, I think, or retake. I believe that is correct. Now you can double check that yourself, but these are stats from matchmaking only, so that's that. But from the start of the year, that is quite a bit of a
uproar, isn't it?
To look at either way, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. That's why it's so difficult to get into the sites. But speaking of difficulty, Aerial.
Yeah, that was
at least
easy difficulty.
Yeah, that was down, like that was 50% less trouble than usual, and we've got Otto hitting another good Molotov there into the corner of default, and well, Aerial gets caught.
Ariel's
with putting another bullet in Zan. Wow replies the back line for Morels, though it's not enough. He needed a double. He doesn't pull it out. Wow in a 1v2.
Ariel saved him this round already. Now Toao is his turn to try and save his team.
Oh, he can prevent the plant, maybe.
The smoke, and look who's watching. Kill number 12 to Otto and his AWP. The magic stick. 6-3. Beautiful stuff so far. By the way, Ariel was the guy further back, so his shoulder is what matters to get the kills towards the site.
Yeah.
That is quite insane if you ask me. But beautiful round for him, beautiful round for HAVU again. Finding a couple of gaps in Illuminar's defense at the moment. And exploiting the timings. The entries, though, that's what's really changing things up. That's what's working out really well.
Yep. And I was about to say, basically, it's how they are able to continuously either refrag or just get the first kill and then keep the ball rolling. And Otto, look, again, speaking of entries, he gets it. I mean, he's been hitting his mark all map long so far. They seem to be warmed up and not taking the loss of the previous game too hard. Masked with another frag to reply. He sees the second, but he's got 2 players that he needs to dominate. He gets 1. Tagged third as well. That's good. I mean, Zarta refrag, sure enough, it's a 3-on-3, but the damage has been dished out. So there's a golden chance here that Illuminar could still make this round their own, albeit a difficult one.
So they spotted them falling back from mid as well. Moxie waits, but a little bit too much trying to go for the information. Now HAVU. Time. Advantage. Everything to play with here. the CT side, the question is how exactly do you approach this round? Now, do you want to try to gamble stack a site? Do you want to keep staying towards mid? Or else, seemingly say they'll play the A retake if they really have to. Gonna have his teammate towards B as well, but does not want to let anyone get past him through mid. Ooh, okay. Time as well. Hoping to see a glimpse of anyone. But 15 seconds remain. Here comes the play towards A. It's got to be a free site to take. Illuminar in the meantime. They've cleared B main. They've cleared B site. They're going to realize, alright, other side of the map it is. Let's see what we can do.
Are they really going to try? I feel like there's no point.
It's no kits. A Molotov, the only utility they have. The answer to the question of what are they going to do?
Save.
Not much. Run away.
Or that. Yeah. Yeah, we can go with that. Put their tails between their legs and run, boy.
Run, far away, where no man can hurt you.
What about women?
Unless I hold another discussion.
Jokes on the side. I mean, it's looking good for HAVU, not gonna lie. This is looking really solid. We just mentioned earlier a little bit briefly, albeit, how HAVU is able to get those entries. The refrags are consistent, and if nothing else, they keep, they keep tight lines, so there's not really much of a gap between the next player behind the first, which means that's the refrag potential they have consistently available. Plus, every time they get an entry, they try to push that even further or force their opponents into an overreaction and then basically making mistakes by trying to even the odds. And HAVU's really, really pushing the buttons of Illuminar here. And let's see if they can keep it up, because this first half, I mean, they've got 7 rounds on T side. I think that's great success already. Anything more than that, it's a bonus. So Illuminar, they either got to change it up massively, start playing a bit more aggressively, trying to maybe take control of middle, maybe take control of A long and boat. But it doesn't look like that's the case. They're still playing to the 2-2-1 setup now, the classic. Again, a bit more mid-presence heavy with a quick respawn for both A or B. And look, again. Like, it's just, it works. It really works. I don't get how they're able to do that, but Beanox. What's the plan right now? He's going to be staying behind default site. From Con, 2 players approaching as well. 1 behind. Zarky finds Dwao. Wide peek for Beanox doesn't work. The flank by Morel's a double. And it's going to be down to Masked. The op in his hands. Otto was already aimed to the angle, so he's kind of aware of that. There's the first shot. I believe Masked has been either seen or at least heard. And he's about to die. No way he expects Banjo in this dead corner. And there's the crossfire set as well. Otto pretty much keeping an eye out for Banjo's first closest corner. And hiding behind the pillar. Yeah, that's it. Masked, gotta go. There's no point in staying here too long. Gets to tag Banjo, but pulls out the USB. Not gonna work. And that should be simple enough, as far as I can tell here. Nexus, I see you're back, buddy.
Yep.
I hope your internet's not dying too much again.
You know, I would hope so as well, but
sometimes that's just the way it is, isn't it?
Oh, it seems. Oh, it seems indeed. But, well, not much I can really do about it at the moment, so.
Yeah, it is what it is. Right.
Living life, not to the fullest, but partially lead. Mask though this time.
Oh, and an 8.
And 2 found it. This is good. So far, we've been seeing a lot of entries for HAVU, mainly from Auto on the AWP as well.
Yeah, Zart has been really good with those as well, with the AK, yeah. Oh, Morels might die.
Couple of others. Yeah, Morel's gonna watch out though. There's a light up. Can't find a second. Quick reaction from Banjo.
Massive damage regardless.
Yep.
Twa should have an easy job getting at least one here, especially if it's Banjo going in first, as it should be. I mean, he's got support in the name of Mast, likewise, so this is already telegraphed where it's going. Minute on the clock. There's the second molly in towards Stairway. And Mast, he's got to take a shot, hide, and then Twa does the job afterwards.
Yeah, probably is. Can't really hide, so he's playing his life at the moment. Twa, though, on the site. MP9, great for these scenarios, with Banjo being low in HP and only needs a couple of stray bullets to connect. But, okay, Banjo still gets him. Not a third, however. Enough time was bought by the singular smoke on the site. Rest of the CTs came running in. Illuminar fourth on the board, and finally started to look like maybe they're gonna wake up if we start to see that again in this round, where the entries go their way. Early rounds, that's gonna be very necessary for the next couple of rounds here.
I mean,
I want to bring, by the way, real quick attention. HAVU haven't been playing many default rounds so far. They've just been going in as a pack, as mentioned. Here again, demonstrating that. That's the trade potential we mentioned it before as well, and you mentioned. They have one player right behind another one. So that in the last round here, again, they swarmed at the site already. CTs, now you're here, sure, but it's a little bit too late. Aerial as well, that double kill closes out the round. I am surprised by how well this HAVU set is playing right now.
I really am. I pretty much agree with you here. They've been doing a splendid job at containing those early successes for Illuminar. I mean, the previous round was more of an outlier than the standard for Illuminar with the double entry early on, as HAVU consistently keeping a good check on Illuminar. And I mean, 5 players now surviving. This is solid. This is more than solid. This is pretty much, you know, this is a win condition for them starting to be starting to materialize. And again, an eco for Illuminar on the 14th. They have no other choice. They don't want to throw it away all by forcing up and then having to play basically another force afterwards. But let's see. Unless we're both mistaken, this should be 10-5, 11-4. At best, maybe really 5.
Yeah, this though, again, double down to the same play as the last one.
Oh, it was RT.
Yeah, this might as well bring them back if there's too much towards the site to handle, but seemingly all okay. They know where Mast is as well. Smoked off, could have walked through, but Oil holds it. Easy does it. Now for the round itself, there was a couple of kills the CT side did manage to sneak in there, but 10-4 either way. HAVU putting up a fantastic first half already, and the second half, now I'm starting to wonder what that might be looking like.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all here. HAVU, if they can keep this up. Illuminar, even that forfeit ain't saving them if they keep on playing like this, as now they switch it up again. We saw this early on in the map. 3-1-1 setup. Illuminar looking to be, again, more defensive towards B, perhaps opening a few options for that mid control. Morels has been relatively successful in middle, but without support, he's easily outgunned, right? And Beanox caught in con. I mean, Ariel just takes the shot through the smoke. Okay, Morels, meanwhile, a double as he returns fire. And finally, it kind of blows up in the face of HAVU here with their over-aggression, and Morels gets a chance to make it a bit more interesting. 5th one still around the border, or at least around the bend here for Illuminar, if they can manage to get another frag before things get really sticky.
This time, no trade potential, but none of that's needed when you've got Aerial. Man with headshots. have many talents. Morels, he should be the next victim, but Ariel didn't fully expect him out there. Now instead we've got last man standing, Auto ND. 1v3, Tech 9 now. Does have a free B bomb site at the moment. But this could also work if he hunts down Zan here. And the timing ain't just gonna suit him. In the meantime, they've realized, okay, the entire B site has been taken, or has been abandoned. They need to make up for that, but also, it's gonna be caught from behind. End it with a 10-5 half. And that is gonna be a little bit of a tough one for Illuminar to handle. We'll see how the second half goes. See you in a bit.
Yeah, see you after a short break. And we are back here with the second half, 5-10. HAVU, they've done a splendid job at keeping the advantage. Let's see if they can keep on the ball rolling, though, as we go into our second half, second pistol. Right now, it's going to be HAVU with dual Berettas. We've got a smoke and a flash on X7. Meanwhile, Illuminar are a little bit more open to the utility part. Two players actually buying into that. P254 mast.
Ariel, though. Man of the round here could be the play of the game here with the dual Berettas, but okay! He's going for it. 2 quick kills and Banjo with a third, but both shut down at the end. Although they've done the damage. 2v3, the retake begins. Bombs been planted, the CT smoke is there, the Temple one did miss. Doesn't really matter, the CT side haven't pushed it just yet, but a beautiful tap from Mast. Gets rid of the pressure from CT. Now you gotta start looking towards main, that's where Auto is. Not a super valid, but potentially could be one for this C or this T side, but again, Twao here. By cap with the smoke,
He's gonna take
swings. Auto is gonna hold it. They see the legs as well.
Yeah.
Begins to spam, and there goes the round.
There goes the pistol. HAVU, 11-5. They continue their success. They continue their win rate.
The winning ways continue in the second half.
Indeed. I mean, it's getting a little bit hot in here, and Illuminar, their own map choice, finding not only almost no success, but actually being consistently outplayed. Ooh, it hurts a little bit. It hurts Illuminar. And you can see it in their play. Let's see if the T side will be better with the guns out. AKs, Galils, Mech 10, Deagle. I mean, they've got something. They've got a few grenades as well. All 5 looking to go towards B. It shouldn't be easy. Only 2 players here, though. That's the one thing they can be happy about. And potentially, if Banjo misses the timing, this could be an easy take of the site with Ariel dropping without a single kill. But that's counting on the fact that Ariel doesn't get a double or something. Here come the mollies from the back lines. Ariel, not a single kill. Banjo tagged, though he replies, and he will die.
Yeah, though. MP9. Same as before, only good for 1. Suddenly, this round is starting to look a whole lot worse for HAVU. Another retake for them. B-side defense, it did come down to Ariel, as you said. As you theorized. But it's all down to Zarte on the flank and also from CT to see what it is that they can manage to cook up here. Position of the T's isn't the strongest at the moment, but Morels is in a bit of a power position here himself. But seemingly, no early kills, no CT retake. Zarte at least welcomes one of them here with his FAMAS, but that's it.
And this is a smart choice by HAVU, something we didn't get to see as to an extent from Illuminar in the first half, right? The fact that you're able to get away with 2 players.
Okay, go.
Yeah, I mean, the bomb, I think, blew it up into the sea. An alligator ate it. A crocodile, actually, not an alligator.
You in a wild crocodile.
Man.
Come on, you're supposed to say later, Gator. Come on.
I'm not in that, dude. That's so 80s, 90s. I mean, I know I'm old, but I'm not that old. No, but generally speaking, the old might get to meet the new soon. Illuminar, they've got a force buy coming their way, and they seem to be aware of it. Beanox with the first on Banjo. Now the 2 weapons saved could still be useful, but they gotta be really careful about those first entries, especially with the Deagle in play and a UMP. You're kind of limited to either, you know, being extremely lucky with the Deagle headshot or UMP playing close range. Otherwise, you're losing those engagements. And you can see Illuminar, they're being extra careful. Finally, we see some cozy positioning for them. Not worrying about a flank or something. They've got eyes on that A-long as well as mid-bridge. Though, one thing I'm a little bit worried about is they're completely ignoring water at the moment. And that could become a problem. But B has been opened up fully. So HAVU, they've stacked A. They've been sold the idea that it's an A take. Zan has been the one to do so. And a beautiful fake that plays into the hands of Illuminar. And that should be the 7th for them.
Yeah, HAVU here as well. Basically the gamble stack. If they go A, we'll fight it. If not, we'll just let them have it. At the moment, they've invested everything. They've got nothing in the bank. So 7-11 is going to be the score here. HAVU is going to get themselves still a chance in the next round, but as you said, perhaps ignoring water completely doesn't really do them that much good. But then again, how exactly would you really approach it with Illuminar so far not showing that much? You don't really know how the early rounds are going to be for them. Last round, I mean, this round, there was an idea for them. They had a flashbang towards water. Or towards the cave, and maybe they had a peek off the back of that as well. That was a nice little deterrent shot. But yeah, okay. Now, I'm gonna let you reiterate your point. How do you start contesting water here if you HAVU?
Honestly, start taking control of connector B, and then connect, like, either coming in through middle or A-long, by putting pressure on 1 or 2 players that are going to be in those 2 positions, both towards water and A-long, right? I feel like those are the 2 points that you can really put pressure on when you have those guns out, when you have those flashbangs available. And then if you're successful in picking up the first kill, you can easily, continue the aggression and take water as a whole. Unfortunately here, it's an eco, so not much to be expected. The weapons saved already being taken kind of down. And honestly, in the previous round, if HAVU had a player in water to go for the flank towards A, they probably would have realized a lot sooner that it's a B play behind it all, and most likely could have read into the play of Illuminar, perhaps even prepared the defense effectively by that time that they got to B site. That's my take. But right now, Zarte's take is a little bit better here as he gets the first. Oh, the damage has already been dished out, and through middle, the flank is an issue. Oh, Zarte, okay.
Finding an upgrade for his teammate.
He's coming into middle, though. This could be a problem, especially if... Oh, no, the timing for Beanox.
Oh,
what is he doing?
That's gonna make him go for it as well.
Yeah, they gotta go for it now. Surely.
Next up is gonna be Aerial. All the timing is on him. 2 hours on the other side, and timing is gonna get the better of him surely as he's turned around. Now comes Zad. They know where he was. But will they fight? Will they start the defusing the moment before it's too late? Azarte!
They have time.
Instantaneous kill, but...
Ooh, no.
no time.
No defuse. Yeah, never mind. For some reason, I was convinced there was defuse available.
Close, but no cigar.
Exactly so. Illuminar take the 8th round. Good eco, regardless. 5 kills. The bomb exploded. A bit of a shame. They lost it, but a lot of damage. They've got the op out now on Otto. He's been an instrumental part of their first half. He really got a lot of entries. Same for Zarty. So I'm expecting that they'll be looking to do much of the regular here as well. Oh, Otto, I think he was spotted momentarily. Perhaps heard scoping in. Good nade, forcing them both back. And yeah, they're going to play it safe.
Yeah, double nades, away they go. East side, though. Look at the space they're taking. Mask is already towards house here.
This is really good for Illuminar. I think they kind of figured out how they got to play against HAVU on Anubis. And the fact they're pushing out this much towards middle tells you that they understand that HAVU might be playing a bit more defensively than usual, so they're punishing them for it. And this is what I really like. And the thing is, yeah, of course HAVU goes for refrags, but the damage been dished out regardless. Zarty's out, X7's damaged, Otto as well damaged. And effectively here, ooh, Banjo, Incon takes a chance, now reveals his position, gotta pull back, gotta play it safe. And if you fail to take that mid control as the CT, which is a dangerous feat by by all means, it's still such a big part of the map that you either completely let it go or you go for it fully. And look at this A play. There's a crunch coming, and it's only X7 on the side. He's gonna have to go for multi-frags, not even a single. That's it. That's 12. HAVU's about to, excuse me, that's 9, not 12, my bad. HAVU's gonna save again. They don't have an option. Otto is too far away to make a difference, and there is no defuse kit as well as HP available to the players of HAVU.
Illuminar, this tease had started off with a bit of a bang. During the quick break we had in half-lane, we were wondering, can Illuminar even make this comeback? Is it gonna be 2-0? Or is it gonna be going towards nuke? Right now, I'm gonna let you change your answer if you want to. Can Illuminar make the comeback?
Did I say they can't? I don't actually recall.
I mean, you posed the question like it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I mean, HAVU, from what I know of HAVU of the past, you know, they were used to making comebacks like this all the time.
What about now, when they're the ones being come back on?
Yeah, I feel like there's only going to be realistically 2 or 3 rounds in the rest of the rounds remaining where they will be able to make a difference. Otherwise, they'll just be here for the ride of Illuminar making a comeback. And one of the rounds that's going to be coming up is the gun round that's going to follow this eco. There's the tactical pause. We haven't seen many of them today
I
yet.
was going to say, Otto's got money and X7 can buy. And I think that's exactly what they've done. This time I just went to decide exactly that, if they wanted to go for it and how.
Yeah, this is it, right? This is where you put your foot down, you take your matters into your own hands again, and kind of try to lead the game back in your favor. Illuminar has been putting pressure on both middle, on both B, long, and con, and they've really been able to basically put HAVU in a corner and consistently pressure them from that advantage. So if Illuminar are stopped early on, as I said, if you take a little bit of charge in your hands, HAVU takes control of middle, tries to push them off those early advantageous positions. I think there is a way back for HAVU, or at least a way forward, more so than back. But they gotta be convincing, and obviously, you know, confidence is lackluster a little bit here for the CT side.
See what exactly this is now gonna do. So far, I mentioned during the first half as well, HAVU didn't really do many defaults. A lot of them was just grouping around and going toward the site. Here, kinda same, but they do have Toao and Inox watching towards B. While the timer started to run a little bit low here for the CT's comfort. The utility they still have, they have to deploy it because they don't know. If they don't throw that utility, they could all 5 pop in any second. That's the threat they have. The danger that is, and Illuminar. The fact is, they chose the perfect round to go slow like this. Because HAVU, utility, now 2 flashbangs and a single smoke. And we saw how those retakes went. They didn't have the utility, they didn't have the manpower. They've got 2 kits this time. And with 30 seconds remaining, it all comes down to what can Zarte and Otto do on the defense here. Perfect timing, though. Flashbangs need to be on point here. Need to get rid of Otto.
Oof, good stuff right now. Otto, yeah, he's gonna die after a single frag. And they got rid of Zarte before he could really make too much damage. Mask watching the flank likewise. So Illuminar, they've got the right decisions. And they've got the right timings. The flashbang as well pops on perfectly. Forces Otto off the angle. Zarte is blinded, gets killed, and the refrags are almost instantaneous. This is how HAVU played against Illuminar in the first half, and now Illuminar is doing the same to HAVU in the second. I'm not even surprised. T-side, technically, currently, let's say, is a little bit easier to play on Anubis, right? There's still a lot to be learned, a lot to be discovered in a way, or at least to be changed up for the CT side. I feel like we haven't really definitively set like the basic regular takes of the CT side as well as, let's say,
A lot of
Inferno or
it,
something like that.
it does feel like a lot of it is still just holding the sides.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
maybe once or twice a half, you go for something a little bit more aggressive.
yeah.
But besides that, it is pretty much set in stone with the very fundamentals. Now it's just exploring and figuring out what exactly is going to work against who and when. Because you've got a lot of things you can do, right? Like, first time we saw this at Blast, FaZe did some insane canals takes from A. We've seen the nades as well. We've seen a lot of these sort of different ways to approach some areas of the map. This is very different, yeah.
This is definitely perhaps a little bit more aggressive than we used to, but
yeah, but right now we're not seeing any more than just the basics, basically.
Yeah, and one thing I want to say is I would love to see some long Ivy control on B by the CTs at one point. I feel like that's also something there's a bit of sleep on, right? Like, CTs could potentially start abusing that spot, making more space towards B, allowing for one defender to remain in that position, and then the rest of the team focusing towards middle water kind of thing. But again, that's circumstantial, as you said, depending against which team, depending on what kind of situation
Some rounds
you
it's
are
not going
in.
to work out. Sometimes it might. It seems like it is a little bit down to luck as well in some of these cases. So it's never got to be an easy cut and dry. It's just, you should have just done this. It's never going to be like that, but it is what it is. This is 11-11, though, I know that much. Not that I know a whole lot of things, but this one I do know.
Yeah, this one we're pretty certain where it's going. Illuminar, if all 5 survive, that's even better. Their money keeps on rising. HAVU. Lucky they keep 2 rifles. If they do keep them, they've got a Molly, a Kevlar, a Diffuse as well. They are available. So that's more survivability for later rounds. But the thing is, they've run out of advantage. Or of the advantage. They've run out of options. They are going to have to start winning, and soon. Because Illuminar not only has caught up with them, they're basically starting to overtake them. Especially economically speaking, Illuminar right now, they're going to start reaching those 10k banks, and then things really start to get difficult for HAVU. Let's hope to see some aggression. I mean, I know, as we said, it's still kind of in the testing phase for the moment, but I really would love to see some craziness. That mid control seems to be punishing them a lot, and you either start taking it or you gotta switch up the way you approach the rounds. You can't just stand on your defaults and hope that you win those engagements every single time.
Yeah, you just said it. You want to see something else towards mid, but that ain't it. Also, immediately punished. Mask was there, ready to find his own kill. Well, they still got a little bit more to give here, so does Toao. The kill found to take the AWP away, throw it out. Don't let the CTs have it. And a very quick 5v3 for the side of Illuminar. Or else might be the one who makes the 5v2, if not, it's Banjo.
That's, oh boy, this has to be a save. They gotta save. If they both survive, they can buy the next. If they both die, well, I mean, sure enough, you can still buy something, but... Oh boy. Bottom of the barrel right now for HAVU. Running out of options, as I said, and... Man, Illuminar, dude. They've just made it possible to actually win this 2-0 with the default map of Mirage going the way of Illuminar due to a forfeit of a time issue for HAVU. Looks like, you know, Anubis unfortunately could go the way for HAVU. Pardon, for Illuminar.
Pardon your French.
Yeah, pardon me French. No,
that's how a real Frenchman would say it.
Yes, exactly. I sound Parisian completely.
Very much so. And as someone who studied French for 4 years, I know a thing or two. And that's about it. I don't know a third. I know a thing or two.
Un, dos. I don't know. That's
believe,
Spanish.
No, I believe you're speaking gibberish.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, wasn't far from my knowledge base of the French language. Can't speak
It's
German
close.
though. Hey,
Oh.
I got that going for me. Well, HAVU's better. HAVU better start speaking the win language, and whatever it takes, whatever that is, they better start doing it soon. They've got a buy available to the. Actually, no, both. Oh
Nope.
boy, both
Ooh,
died.
actually.
Yeah.
Not really.
No buy. They.
Yeah, I mean, Zarte could go for the M4 here and Ariel could drop 2, but that's it.
Yeah. Do you really want to throw away the chance
Yeah,
of an
they
op
won't.
and a full set of utility? I think that's the
But-
thing, right?
Hero M4 could have been something for Ariel this round, but
Actually, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, didn't want
Honestly,
to.
wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. But again, yeah.
he'll be saving up for the AWP for Otto, which, I mean, it's not really going to matter. Otto could buy one himself either way. I believe the lost mode is already at max.
It is, yeah.
It's not going to matter that much, but we'll see. Either way. This round goes to Pistols. Well, they don't really give me a lot of hope here. We've seen a couple of nice shots. Otto had a great first half. Second half, barely been on the board. That could be said for anyone on HAVU.
Yeah, I guess there's a theme we can kind of mention is playing with a coach instead of Doto. It puts their CT side into a lot of strain, or at least puts a lot of strain on their CT side due to missing one of the links they used to play with. And even if Zarte knows how to play, that's where you got to rely on that individual strength continuously, not just plowing through opponents as best you can at one point. But look at this. They're just cleaning house, Illuminar, right now. Otto, yeah, sure, he gets a kill, but that's round 13 already to Illuminar, basically confirmed. And like I said, the CT side suffers most when you have a weak link, individually speaking. And not only that, it's X7 actually that's having a tough time getting any sort of kills on the board. Double op going to be played. I like the idea. Let's see how they actually manage it, though, because it is a curse and a blessing in disguise as well, because, we got to consider the fact that double op means their retakes are going to be nigh impossible.
Yeah, we'll see what they can manage to get up to here. What sort of shenanigans is the CT side going to do to deny this run that Illuminar are currently on? Right now, though, it is the right stack they're making it. Illuminar as well. Fast to be play to be made, seemingly. Ooh. Seemingly goes down very quickly. There's 4 very decisive kills for HAVU and not a single one for the T side just yet. And X7 will finish that off as well.
Well, damn. I mean,
Yeah, I think HAVU's caught on to a little bit of the plan Illuminar have thrown. So, Fagus, I'll put it this way. You tell me if you agree. Illuminar, a couple of the B plays they've made, they have been somewhat early. They've been throwing a couple of smokes. They just go in to commit with those. A plays, very rare, and not only that, they have been taking their sweet time with that. So in the rounds, when it comes to the timings, it has been later on. So if an early B stack like that happens, I think it's pretty good. A pretty good read for the CTs.
I kind of see where you're coming from. The thing is, it's still relying on that info that you're getting sporadically, if even at all. So right now, HAVU, we can see they've lost connector control. They've got nobody out towards long B. So they're putting themselves into a potential crunch situation, a sandwich situation once more, especially if X7 dies on middle, which is the likely scenario if they pick him at the right time. And we can see a second smoke back into Con. So they've got that covered in a way. It's going to be obviously Banjo covering that consistently. We've got Ariel watching the entry from gate. But here comes the sandwich. Here comes the flash. Here comes the push. Beanox finds one. Ariel holds the line. He is ready. Yes, he is. Finds a secondary. That's vital right now. Ariel, he's still alive. He's holding the line. Backside in his hands. Gets another. Ariel, okay. finally some individual plays coming through, and he might just successfully find an ace clutch. No, it's going to be Aerial that gets shut down by Mast. It's a 1v2 and 40 seconds to go. Not a lot of time, nor any HP left. HAVU, they sneak away another, but that's on the back of Aerial. Again, like I said earlier, that's a single-man show. If he fails to pick up, you know, less than 3 kills, that round goes into a retake, and good luck doing that again on B.
HAVU more like, how have you managed to do that, Aerial? Any chuckles? Exasperated sighs? What do we got?
It's more like, you know, that dying breath of a joke.
This is my final message.
Yeah, it's like, damn. Could have thought of a better final message.
I will say, though, for the last round, though, Illuminar, they counteracted exactly what I said as well. The ways they have been going towards the B side, it has been a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
That one, they waited. It was only 2 this time as well, but Aerial just... Well, he sent him flying home. Sent him with an express ticket to no man's land. Was mid, though. Wow, thought the Malta was enough, but X7 never had to move. And 3v4, Illuminar. Now it's them who have to try and recover this somehow. Find out how this one continues to go. Zarte and Aerial towards the B site now. They've patched up the whole of Banjo missing. And again, it might come down to them picking up at least 1 or 2 here.
I mean, it's
3
definitely
would be
gonna come down
preferred,
to it.
but 2 at least makes things easier for their teammates as well. But here comes Morels. They still know Zarte is here as well.
Oh,
Picks
nice.
up that first one as well. That's the bomb ahead. They have to go ahead and pick that up as well. That's going to buy a little bit extra time. And X7, he might just sneak himself in there as well into the gap when the bomb has been recovered.
Look at Mast.
Also going down to the bomb.
Oh,
That X7
so
did
close.
not get the gap, and now comes Morels around the corner. He spots him.
Oh my god, the timing here for HAVU was horrible. I'm not even sure how that flank was so late, and not to mention, I'm a bit surprised that that long peak, or the ACT spawn peak, BCT spawn peak by Auto, was so wide. You really gotta wait for that flank. I feel like they had to give a chance to their member coming in from WaterCon. Instead, just too much of a commitment. Now paying the price. That's gonna be 14-13 HAVU. This is it. Lose this round, you're losing this map, you're losing this game. It's as simple as that. Illuminar is just too solid right now. They're keeping that aggression consistent. And, I mean, not just that. It's Morels, 24 frags. This guy's been on fire. Likewise, Otto, man. He's not been doing shabbily as well. Aerial, that 4K put him up to 22 likewise. But let's see for certain. This is the round that's going to cost them everything. HAVU, they know it's a mid push. They've read it. They've heard it. Zarte needs a multi-frag. He needs a multi-frag. He gets 1. Now A is for the taking.
Problem
They
is
already know Otto.
Molly sprayed out of position,
Oh,
out of health, and out of the round.
they got to save.
Yeah, this all comes down to the first kill here. Had
They gotta
X7 gone
save.
in that, they would have gone for it now. It is a faraway dream. It's basically a nightmare they have to wake up from at Banjo. You see, even so, he's got to try this. The first kill. Can't find it. His try ends there. There's only do or don't. There is no try.
Yeah.
As a old quote goes. He did not do it.
From a far away galaxy, right? There was this old mobile game, Banjo Swamp or something like this, where you played like some sort of a banjo farmer where you defended against zombies and monsters. Really fun game. And he really had to channel his inner Banjo there if he wanted to go all in and win it, but unfortunately...
He really had to try and build up that vehicle like all the way in Banjo-Kazooie.
There you go. Exactly. I have no idea what is Banjo-Kazooie or whatever.
Don't worry about it. Now, though, round of 29, Illuminar looking for the 2-0 in HAVU. They're looking for overtime with an MP9, or with 3 MP9s, actually.
And are you
Sprinkled into this round. And the entire base site, not really looking to do much with it, it seems. But they're playing for the retake instead. They're going to try to shut down mid. If it is going to be an A play, it probably is going to be similar to the last round again, where mid was heavily contested by Illuminar. They want to make sure that does not get pushed by them. Toao, even so, finds X7.
The problem is, once you lose middle, there's a brief moment where you can play that middle to close range engagements, and then it's again to long range engagements once more. And look at that, Morels with a double. Oh, Nexus, I feel like we already know where we're headed. Let's see it. Banjo falls as well. I think that's pretty much a wrap. I mean, I'm sad to say
2-0 for Illuminar Gaming.
That's it, 2-0, man. They eliminate HAVU from the playoffs here, from the round of 16, by simply, you know, having the luck of the draw by a free win on map 1 of Mirage, and then with this second one just being too easy.
Too easy. And that is, of course, how we ended this third series of the day. Losing counts. I had to guess a little bit, but I know we've got one more to go. That means this is number 3.
Yes, we do. We've got Apex versus Coalesce coming up next at 7 o'clock, so in about 50 minutes time we'll be live with us, kind of trying to break down the game. But if we really want to do a breakdown of this one and only map that we got to see here on Anubis, I guess we can say HAVU, there's definitely a reason why we saw them in distress or in this bit of a hectic situation. I feel like it's the short break they had between the match they just played, 20 minutes before playing against Illuminar, and then losing that, and now having to go with a map down into the map choice of your opponent, and then their CT side having to play with a coach. There's just so many factors at the end that HAVU, unfortunately, was just out of their depth in this case.
Unfortunately so. It did come down to the second half as well. First half, it was great Zarte, also great entries, great T-side spacing as well. And Ubi showed a lot of promise for them. Second half, though, that's where we're going to need to see improvement as time goes on. For now, though, that's all we get to see from them. This is the playoffs, round of 16. HAVU going home, staying home. Ain't going to go anywhere, but we are going to go off to a bit of a break. And of course, when we come back, as mentioned, Apex versus Coalesce is going to be coming in about 45 minutes to 50 minutes. We're going to try and get that on as well. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for watching so far. We'll be back very soon with our next and last match of the day.
I have very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move, one push. One touch. One love. One click. One XBet.
Win up to $1 million with your CSGO esports predictions. Simply guess the kill scores of the 10 players in a CSGO match. The more you guess correctly, the bigger the prize. You'll need at least 2 correct predictions to win a prize. Guess all 10 correct and win $1 million. Experience the exciting new way to add a little prosperity when watching esports tournaments. And register now to receive a free entry ticket upon sign-up. Predict kills, win millions, prosper.
Tired of boring case openings? Do you always get only cheap skins? The Hellcase website has tons of options to upgrade your inventory. It's up to you to participate in giveaways, events, or compete with other players in opening cases. Hellcase, your world of expensive skins.
very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move, one push. One touch. One love. One click. One X-bet.
Win up to $1 million with your CSGO esports predictions. Simply guess the kill scores of the 10 players in a CSGO match. The more you guess correctly, the bigger the prize. You'll need at least 2 correct predictions to win a prize. Guess all 10 correct and win $1 million. Experience the exciting new way to add a little prosperity when watching esports tournaments. And register now to receive a free entry ticket upon sign-up. Predict kills, win millions, prosper.
Trying to get the skin of your dream for a long time but can't get it in any way? On our website you have a unique opportunity to get your favorite knife. Users on our site can hand out skins themselves, and participants need to fulfill some simple conditions. For example, watch a video or buy a case on our website. After that, you automatically become a member of the distribution. Go to the user giveaways tab and do what you like. Hellcase,